Just chilling here in the car before I take off and head home. Just wanted to check in to see how everyone's doing, see how your gardens are looking, see how your chickens are doing. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to answer them for you while I have a moment here before I take off. This is a super spontaneous video, but just thought I would stop in, say hi, see if anyone would jump on here. I'll do about 5 or 10 minutes maybe. Well, if you're wondering what's new on my end, I've got, let's see here. Just planted potatoes and onions. Some of you saw that. Hello, welcome to the live chat, whoever's on here. I'm doing a quick little spontaneous check-in for you guys. Want to see how you're doing, see how your gardens are looking, how your chickens are doing. If you have any questions for me, or if you'd like to share what you are up to, drop them in the comment section, and love to get back with you. But yeah, I was just mentioning that I just planted onions, potatoes. We're about to be getting into planting some perennials. I got some trees on the way here, some fruit trees. I'm gonna do a little video showing how we plant bare root trees. So that should be exciting. It's real basic stuff, simple. I think you'll enjoy it. Let me see if I can see the chat here. I'm looking to see if I can see the comments. Hello, welcome to the live chat. I'm trying to see here. Just doing a quick little pop in here before I hit the road. Just wanted to say hi and do something spontaneous and different. But hey, God bless you, whoever's here, whoever's watching. I just want to say that God cares about you, that your needs do matter to him, and that you're not alone. So happy to show you guys what we've been learning here on our homestead, and also encourage you in your walk with the Lord. But yeah, so we got those fruit trees coming. I've got a Galaxy peach tree that's coming. I've got 2 jujube fruit trees. Let's see what else I got ordered in. I've got an apricot. It's called like a Tilton apricot that's coming. What else do we got? Man, I'm having a hard time remembering, but the Galaxy peach, that's one of the most that's one of the ones I'm most excited about, because I've heard so many good things about it. The fruit's supposed to be like top level as far as the flavor and everything, so pretty stoked about that. But how you guys doing? We got 7 people in here now. This is super spontaneous. Just wanted to say hi, see how you guys are doing. God bless you and your families in Jesus' name, as always. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out this chat here, see if I can see any of your comments. Let's see here. Wow, I got 13 watching now. What's going on, people, friends, family? God bless y'all in Jesus' name. Just doing a small little live here before I hit the road. Wanted to see how you guys are doing. Kind of sharing what we got going on in the garden right now. We got these fruit trees coming in. I'll be doing a video soon. Oh, cool. Did you vote for Trump? I did not. I have a lot of family that gave me a lot of slack for that. I actually did. I will say that I'm definitely more on the conservative side for sure. But yeah, I did not vote for Trump. Did you vote for Trump? Laughing horse. Man, we're getting into politics. I wasn't jumping on here for politics, but if y'all want to chat about that, we can. Welcome to the live chat, everyone. Got some new people coming in. I'm just doing a little spontaneous live here. About to hit the road, but wanted to say hi and see how everyone's doing. Let's see here. Bev is saying lives in Phoenix, killing weeds with vinegar and salt. There we go. Heck yeah. That is extremely effective. I actually used that method, Bev, on my my gravel road coming into my place. It's worked really well. Also, blowtorch, which I'm sure some of y'all seen in some of my videos how I use it to burn my roosting bars. I use that also to kill the weeds and kind of like suppress them a little bit on the driveway. They don't like that too much. They don't like to get burned, and they don't like salt and vinegar. So those 3 combinations are really effective. Only thing about salt and vinegar is you can't really put it, well, at least from my experience, you don't want to get it near any of your plants that you want to keep around. Nothing seems to like vinegar or salt. What else is going on, people? I've got let's see here. If you're wondering about my upcoming videos, I've got one for sure coming up on bare root fruit trees. Going to be showing you how simple it is to plant those, how to get them started right, show you how I head them back, you know, till we get that real good thick stalk on them, and then, you know, kind of a lower canopy, and just show you how basic it is. I mean, we don't do anything complicated. We try to keep it super basic. I've tried planting potted fruit trees, and I've done bare root. Side by side, it seems like bare root always outperforms potted by a long shot. Even if you got, I've had some that are, you know, like let's say 2-3 inches in diameter on the potted fruit trees, and I'll plant a bare root that's like the size of my thumb or smaller, and it will outperform the other one very quickly. I'm going to try to show some of those images in my upcoming video. But also for my chicken lovers, I want to let you know that I do have more chicken videos coming up. I've got one on how to feed your chickens for free, you know, growing certain foods for them and different methods. So I will be posting more on that. I apologize. I've been kind of missing in action on those. Let's see here. I'm not sure if the city would like me torching weeds. Yeah, that's a good point, Bev. Some people in some areas may not be a big fan of that. Might get in trouble. So, and you know, always look to see if there's a burn ban. If there's a burn ban, you do not want to do that. I want to know how you guys are doing on fermented feed. Are you still fermenting your chicken feed? I've had some mixed comments on it, mostly good results from people. How is that looking for you guys? Are y'all getting good results on that? If you're wondering about me, I've basically switched over to where I'm only fermenting whole grains and scratch feeds now, and then like my pellet feed. Only ones I'm really fermenting is going to be my chick starter. Chick starter feed, always like to ferment it as much as possible. I mean, there's occasions when I don't have time, and if I don't, I'm just going to hydrate it with either water, raw milk. I can use some of the brine also from another batch on it. But most of the time, I'm always going to try to ferment my chick starter feed to get them started right. And then I'm going to ferment a scratch feed or a whole grain feed, just to make sure they get those probiotics and cultures in their diet. It's good to hear from you guys, or ladies and gentlemen, I should say. What's y'all's favorite Bible verse? Any favorite Bible verses out there? One of my favorite ones is John 8:12, where Jesus says, he says, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." That's one of my favorite Bible verses. Anything else on gardening? Let's see here. We got Jimmy. Freedom of religion in the Constitution is my favorite verse. Nice. You know what? It's so important that we have freedom of speech and all those things here, man. This world is so broken right now. Okay, Bev says, so far my chickens like the fermented feed. In the past, the chickens don't want fermented feed in the summer. Okay, good to know. My chickens hate pellet feed. I tried various chicken mushrooms, and this is coming from MKP. He says, my chickens hate pellets. I tried various chicken mushrooms, and the only one I found they like is scratch and peck. Scratch and peck is great, and the reason why is because they use a lot of really good, very minimal processed grains, which I love. They are pricey, but I would agree with you. That's one thing. I have used them in the past, and they have very good quality feed for sure. Yeah, you did put that here. Okay, he says it's expensive, but I need to find a good recipe to cut costs. Amen to that. Yo, Aaron, what's going on? It's my brother's chiming in here. A quick video before I hop on the road, saying hi to people. That's my blood brother right there. Love you, brother. Just doing a quick chat here about gardening, chickens. Someone's throwing some politics in here. Didn't really want to. I don't really care for politics much, but you know, it's all right. We can chat about it if you want to. If you want to chat about that, we can talk about it. Yeah, if you're wondering what my political affiliation is, or if I associate with a certain party. I do not. I don't vote Republican or Democrat. However, I am definitely I am conservative, if you want to say that. I like to say that I'm a Bible believing Christian. So those values are very important to me and my family. You know what? Going back to MKP007, I was gonna say that I agree with you on the pellets. My chickens don't care for much either, and I've only used the chick starter, which is kind of like a crumble slash pellet, because there's just not a whole lot of options out there that provide, you know, a smaller type of food for the chickens to be able to consume easy at that age. However, for those of you who have been keeping up with my short videos, I've been doing some updates here recently. So within the last, let's see here, about a week or a week and a half, I've been feeding my chickens with just rice, split peas, doing a little bit of scrambled eggs here and there because we got plenty of eggs. We throw out scraps for them. Let's see what else. Sometimes leftover oatmeal. I throw rolled oats out there for them because we've got rolled oats in the cabinet. So lately it's been kind of an experiment, you know, figuring out what to feed these chickens when we don't have feed at our fingertips. Because let's be real, we can't always afford to spend a lot of money on these feeds, and they're not going to always be available. You know, if things go down and our society gets really bad, these feeds will not be available. Feed stores will shut down. So it's good to start thinking about what you're going to do in a situation where feed will not be available. It won't be something you can access. All right, let's see here. MKP, the same with fermented chicken feed. Says, or he or she, I think it's Mike, I can't remember. My chickens will peck at it a bit, then forget about it. They don't even like veggies or microgreens. Wow, man, my chickens love the veggies and the microgreens. I will say this, if you give your chickens those specific types of foods first thing before you feed them your, like, let's say that scratch and peck feed, if you do it before you give it to them, they're more likely to try it and figure out that they do like it. A lot of times chickens, from what I've discovered, okay, from my experiences, they won't eat something because they think they don't like it, or they think it doesn't look good, and so they don't even try it. But if you increase that motivation by holding back on the feed, and then giving them these options when they're more hungry and have more of a, what's the word? Just have more of an appetite, they're more likely to try new things. So if you're having issues with your birds not wanting to eat certain things, try to introduce those new foods and the things you want them to eat first thing, and don't give any feed until they've had time to, like, you know, touch, mess with it, peck at it. And a lot of times when they see other chickens peck it, that's when they'll actually try to, you know, they're like, oh, hey, maybe it is good, and they'll start pecking it and they figure out they like it. But yeah, and also, if you guys haven't ever tried it, if you ever have yogurt in your house or anything like that that's left over, or it's expired, whatever you want to say, the chickens love yogurt, so you can always mix that into your feed as well. But yeah, lately it's just been trying to brainstorm and figure out how to feed these birds with foods that don't, let's see, how do I word this? Just trying to get creative with foods that we can feed them that don't require a feed store, if that makes sense. So just trying to figure out what works. And in all honesty, guys, I am being honest with this, straightforward, that the rice, the split peas, and then just occasional scraps and some leftover fruits, banana peels, all these different foods, we've had so many eggs come at us, okay? And is the same or even better than when we give them layer feeds. So don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to skip, a week when, you're like, oh no, I need to get more feed. Those are good opportunities to start thinking like, okay, what would I do if I didn't have this feed available? And so that's what we've been doing lately. And I know a lot of you are definitely looking for alternatives to conventional feed. I know we are. And honestly, okay, I've been talking to a good buddy of mine, Andrew. I'm going to give him a shout out. A really close friend of mine, does a lot of regenerative farming. He was just telling me recently that he's been doing a lot of deep diving and studying on chicken eggs, okay? The yolks and everything, just, you know, how do we get the healthiest egg yolk, the healthiest egg just overall? And basically what he said in a nutshell is the least, like, how do I say this? The less grains and like, you know, pellet feeds and things like that that come from your feed store, the better as far as the health of your eggs. They're going to be healthier for the human consumption. It's also going to make your birds healthier if they're getting more like live enzymes from, let's say, you know, your scraps that you throw out, the bugs they're eating in the pasture. Let's see what else. Even just giving them, you know, some people don't have a pasture to let their birds run around on, but even giving them foods that you would eat, okay? Foods that you would consume as a human, apples, bananas, let's see, oatmeal, rice, beans, even beef in some, you know, I've given ours leftover ground beef before. Love it. Good protein, high protein on it. So just don't be shy to try these things, and remember that this is only going to increase the health of your chickens. It's gonna make them healthier. It's gonna make your eggs healthier. And overall, everyone's happy, right? And that's what we want. All right. So MKP is saying this here. He says, or he or she, I'm sorry, I don't remember. It says, is it okay to add like extra split peas, sunflower seeds, oats, wheat, flax seeds, etc. to the scratch and peg feed just to increase the volume and make feed last longer? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And honestly, the more variety in your chicken's diet, the better. It's just going to be better for your chicken, sorry, and it's going to make the eggs more nutritious. So definitely not a bad idea at all. Within reason, obviously, you know, if you're trying to, you know, save money and if you have a budget of what you'd like to spend on your birds, then, you know, you might not want to do that. But if you have the means of doing it, then definitely not a bad idea. All right, guys. Well, I'm about to wrap this up. Did y'all have any questions pertaining to the content? Anything that you would like to see more of? Anything you'd like to see less of on our channel? Because ultimately, guys, you know, just to give you a little bit of background real quick, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place. This channel originally started as just me journaling, okay? It was journaling our process on our little farm we have. It's just 2 acres. And then now it's become this thing where, you know, it's a great opportunity to share what we've learned with people. And also we're learning from you guys. We are constantly learning. So anyways, now we're at this point where, you know, we're making content. We want to make stuff that you guys enjoy, things that you think would be helpful for you on your journey as well, in having gardening, you know, doing gardening and chicken care. So if you have any suggestions or you have any ideas or anything you'd like to see more of or less of, please leave it in the comment section here in this chat, and we will definitely consider that going forward. All right. And I just want to say thank you, MKP, for the input here. Jimmy Myers, appreciate the comment. Bev, God bless y'all. Laughing Horse. Oh, cool. There's Zizzy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Zizzy. Really appreciate all the interaction you've given us on the channel. It means a lot. God bless you. Thanks for the encouragement, Zizzy. I really appreciate that. God bless you and your family. Man, we're coming up on 19 minutes. This was only going to be like a 5-10 minute chat. So I'm about to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. But if y'all have any comments for me, any, like I said, suggestions, please let me know. Even my wife, you know, one day she's like, Adrian, you sound way too, what did she say? Man, I can't even remember the term she used. But yeah, she just, I guess she was trying to say I sound like a mainstream YouTuber, and I don't want to do that. I want to make things enjoyable and not lame, you know, for you guys. So trying to keep it real as much as possible. Let's see here. I don't even try to pronounce it. Okay. Zizzy says that she doesn't even try to pronounce it. Okay. That's funny. Well, I want to get it right, you know. I'm always trying to make sure I pronounce people's names correctly, because I know it's not fun. It's not fun when people mispronounce. Hello from New Jersey. What's going on? I am his. I like your profile name there. Do y'all have any questions for me before I hop off of here, guys? I'm checking in on y'all. I just want to say God bless you and your families. Here you go. Okay. Nice. Captivating. We've got someone commenting here. Here you go. How's everyone doing? How's your week? We're on Wednesday. For those of you who are doing the 9 to 5, woohoo! Almost halfway through the week. What do y'all got planned for the garden this spring? Anything cool? I was telling everyone earlier, if you weren't in the chat earlier, I was letting everyone know that I've got some more videos coming up that I think you'll enjoy. Got some more chicken videos coming up on just how to feed the chickens off your land, you know, grow food for them. Stuff that's simple that you can do even on a small scale setting, okay? Any videos on fruit tree care? Okay, yes. MKP asked if we have any videos on fruit tree care. I do have one out that I posted. I don't know if you saw that. I can't remember if you were commenting on that. And I've got one coming up very soon. I've got, let's see here. I think I ordered about 6 or 7 fruit trees, bare root fruit trees. And I'm gonna do a video on how to start them out right. And you know, how to get them going the right way, at least based on my knowledge and everything that I've looked into. Bare root fruit trees is the way to go. If you're trying to figure out if you should get a potted fruit tree or bare root, always go with bare root if you can do it. It is hands down the best method to grow fruit trees. Okay, if you want to grow fruit trees fast that produce fruit fast, bare root every time. I'm gonna try to do like a compare contrast on a video coming up and show you the difference of potted fruit trees that I've planted versus ones that I've planted that were bare root, and it is insane the difference that it makes. All right, Zizzy says potatoes, all colors, getting chicks for the first time soon. Wow, woohoo! Congratulations on that, Zizzy. Appreciate all of your chicken content. Excellent. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it, and be looking out for more. Okay, we'll have more on the way. MKP says, I have to plant my trees in containers. We have very hard compact clay soil here mixed with rocks. Bummer. That's tough. Okay, there is a way to get around that. You have to dig out the hole. If you're willing to do that, you have to dig out a pretty good hole. And honestly, if you've got real compact soil, when you dig your holes, if you're thinking about trying it, dig a square hole. Don't do a circle, okay? When you do a circle, what happens is the roots go out and then they just go in circles, and then you get root bound in that circle. If you do a square type of hole, those roots, when they go out, they'll find the corner and they'll be able to dig in and go in. If it's a circle, a lot of times the roots just keep doing the circle like this. But you can dig out a real good square hole for your fruit trees, MKP, and then you could add in some, I don't like to do this, but in some cases it might be necessary. You might need to add, like a potting mix or even just a good compost, okay? Even just a really good compost is not gonna make your fruit tree sad at all. It's only gonna help them take off. Okay, so you're saying you have to rent or buy an auger. Okay, I totally understand that. If you're gonna plant the fruit trees in pots, you're definitely gonna want to get the biggest you can get. And there's some people that have success with it. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes there's certain situations it's just there's no other option. So yeah, definitely if you're gonna do pots, go with the bigger pot. If you can afford to rent you an auger or something to cut those, dig the holes out, definitely give it a shot. All right, Captivating says we do hot compost in garbage cans. Cool. I love that. Got to get creative with what we have to work with. Everyone's got different circumstances. That's what I'm trying to consider going forward with these videos, is that not everyone has this, the property that we have, 2 acres. Some people have a really small yard. Some people just have a balcony. So if that's something that you guys would like to see more of, like different options on that and different ideas, just let me know, and we'll try to accommodate as best we can. All right, I've definitely gone over big time on this one, guys and gals. Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in. God bless y'all. And, you know, as always, keep on gardening and keep on trying. Look, the thing about gardening is you just got to keep trying, and failure is the best way of learning, okay? Try and try again. And no pain, no gain, right? So you got to just put things in the ground, give it a shot. We do hot compost. Okay, cool. All right. All right. God bless y'all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Take care. Thank you. I received the blessings. Bye-bye. Y'all reach out, okay? Don't be strangers. See y'all later. Bye-bye.